Recording. Hi, everyone. It is Wednesday, March 18th, and we're going to talk tonight about objections and obstacles you might have to having the best success you can during this coronavirus. I call it the quarantine. I mean, that's really what it is. We're all quarantined, and I know I was just noticed that Love Carpenter, who earned the Paris trip, she and her husband, who's a judge in North Carolina, they're self-quarantining themselves for 14 days. So I think that's a wise move. But before I get started, I'd kind of like to hear from all of you. How are you feeling about how things are going, and what are your observations so far? Anyone want to start? Okay, well then I guess I'll take right here. And the reason I started this call, and you know what, and I guess I'm going to try to be really nice here, okay? This is tough for me because I've posted, some of you might have seen some of the things I posted. I have noticed that so far in my 65 years of age, that I've gotten through every single bad day, bad predicament, 100% successfully. Okay? Everything is going to be okay. I promise you. In fact, I'm going to tell you that you will come through this situation. If you're feeling like the sky is falling, you're going to come through this situation so much better than you ever would have imagined. Because, first of all, you're on this call and you're listening to this recording. And second of all, because you stuck it out. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I think about is when I earned my $1 million in sales a few years ago, everyone says, well, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? Well, I did it because I stuck with it. I did it because I didn't let things get in the way. I don't care who you are. We all have challenges. We all have families. We've gone through divorce. We've gone through cancer. We've gone through losing family members. We've gone through hurricanes. We've gone through 9/11. You have obstacles too. But usually we have to get through it because a lot of us have to make an income. And I think that you're here because the income is important to your family. And the potential income is important to your family. So what do you think about what I said so far?
I have to agree with you. It's true. We've all had things. Life is not perfect. It's not a bowl of cherries. We all have tough things, and this just happens to be on a grander scale, I guess, than what most of the time things that bother us are our personal things, personal life, and this is it's a worldwide thing.
Yes, it is. Which in a way it's kind of comforting because it's certainly not our fault. I mean, no. I can think of a lot of things that have happened in my business that have been my fault, and I have to take responsibility for.
Absolutely.
But we're all in the same boat. And that's, I think, kind of interesting. I'm going to admit to you that I actually like this. I like it when we have a power outage. I like it. I like being able to stay at home. I don't know if you can see the view behind me, but I kind of like being home. And
we can tell Karen does not have children.
Huh?
I said, we can tell that you have never had children.
Well,
I don't mind it so bad now that my children are grown and gone. But when they were home, oh no, Lord help me, please. I never wish they were.
Well, and you know what? And I understand that. I understand that. But I'm going to ask you, who's in control?
God.
Who's in control of your household? And I know that sometimes that's easier said than done. But and a lot of you probably would be able to talk about this more than I, having family at home and how you work your business alongside your family. But in fact, I have to find the picture. I saw a picture of kids tied up, laying on the floor next to their mom. Did you see that?
I saw that.
It's pretty funny. But no, again, you can find whatever excuse you want. As soon as you make an excuse to why your situation is special, you've already given yourself permission to fail. So I am here to help you think about reasons to succeed and not excuses to fail. Okay, that is my whole job. That's my whole job. So one of the things I'd like you to understand is you probably do understand that a lot of people are home cooking. A lot of people are cooking a lot more probably than they're happy about.
Yep.
And a lot of times they need inspiration. Simple inspiration, like 3-ingredient cookies. You know?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, let's make some cookies. And you know what? If they make a mess, you teach them to clean it up.
That's it.
Right? Gail, you've got the whole thing on there. So I really want you to think of the possibilities. I want you to think about the possibilities. Think about what you can do and not what you can't do. So
well, I don't know about anybody else, but has anybody noticed that there's a lot more people on Facebook like all day now? There's tons of people on there. So, that gives us more people to reach out to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed that today I posted a video from our executive director, Sherry Clausen. And I'm going to tell you that every day at 10 o'clock for the next 2 weeks, you're going to see a video from an executive director.
Good.
And I'm going to ask you, how many of you watched that video from Sherry today?
I have not.
I looked at it.
You looked at it?
I did.
I know, I don't expect you all to sit on the computer all day, but we're posting a ton of ideas. And if you're connected with other Pampered Chef consultants and other teams, you're seeing lots of ideas out there. You only need to do 1 or 2. Find 1 or 2. Do something every day. Touch your business every day. Congratulate Stephanie Moran on her new directorship today. We're so excited for you, Stephanie.
Thanks.
Actually, it's funny because, we won't.
Thank you.
In terms of Karen's stats, she really won't see anything until probably about the 5th of April. But I could go in under Maureen's and tell that she had 1 more person on her director, although it doesn't say that. So it was kind of good to see evidence that's in black and white, because I've learned, not that I don't trust you, William Tell, but when somebody tells me they submitted a party, Karen doesn't believe it until she sees it in black and white. Sorry. Anyway, we're excited, and we're excited to see what other promotions we have going on this month. Okay. So yeah, like Gail was saying, there's a lot of people on Facebook, and so and the video that I did today, and I probably won't share my video, but we all need a reason for positiveness in this world. I personally don't feel, I don't want anybody to be sick. I am not going anywhere that I have, I'm going right now to the cafe and back because I'm cleaning up and moving out. But I might go, like I went to a person's house today because she's my baker and she bakes out of her home. I picked up some bread at her house. But, I'm not going to put myself into a position where I'm going to be a carrier. I'm not really worried about myself. But I don't want to be a carrier for anyone else. So I am self-quarantining. But people are upset about that. And mainly because it's changed, you guys. And you might have noticed the post I posted today about Satan. This is, our way is getting back to the family, getting back to what's important in our lives. And I think that is a healthy thing. I apologize for the froggy throat. So, so there are people out there who are flipping out. Help them, tell them to rock steady. We are going to get through this. And being positive, posting positive things. And in fact, I've been posting a lot today too. You can tell I'm not at the cafe anymore. Sorry, that's the way it's going to probably be from now on. But name 5 things that made you happy today. What happened good today? Talk about that with your family. Be the ray of sunshine that everybody needs right now. So what I'd like to know is, I'm not sure I'm going to have some people speaking up here tonight, but I'd like to know, are you experiencing any, I am not hearing from our team about many cancellations. I am hearing from people who think that if they try to book parties right now, that they're using people or why would they bother people during this rough time, and they don't want to bother people. And
Stop it, Karen. Stop it.
oh,
You're calling me out.
no, I'm
Stop
not.
it.
No, I'm not calling you out. Honey, you are not the only person I've heard it from.
You posted that this morning. You posted that post this morning just for me. So I had to call myself out on it.
I swear I put it on picture last week. I promise.
Right, Stephanie? I'm right, dude.
You know what? I would be honest and tell you if it was.
But you saw it.
Right.
But busted, honey. Busted.
Cracking me up.
No, you're not the only one that feels like that. And it's a natural way to think. It's a natural way to think. But Lori, I just saw Lori Coleman. Lori Coleman is on. And Lori Coleman, you guys all went through a hurricane last year, right?
Yeah.
And what happened when that, I know that you had some people on your team that felt that way, like they were bothering people, and why would we think that people who just lost their home or were through a storm would have wanted to have a pamper chuck party? What was, there was a different shift on that thinking, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. I mean, when it comes to something like that, I mean, people lost their homes, you know, or, you know, have been relocated, you know, things like that. So I think that's a little bit of it's a different situation, but it still has the same effects, you know, on us, because, you know, we're like, well, why would we want to ask somebody to do a party? But of course, if their house, you know, if they lost their house, you're not going to ask them to do a party for sure. But I think in this instance, like I told our director team this morning, this is just temporary, guys. It is not permanent. And thank the Lord, for us, it's in the middle of the month to the end of the month.
Right.
Not in the beginning. So hopefully that you guys have had a good, strong beginning of the month. And, you know, and I'm just thankful that it's in the middle or the end of the month and not at the very beginning of the month. But I mean, myself, I've had people even, you know, today setting up a party, and they're like, I don't think I'm going to have anybody by, you know, and I'm like, you know, I understand where you're coming from, but I will tell you, from my parties that I have going on right now, I have a few over $800. You know, I'm still getting good sales in. And let's not prejudge your friends. You know, let's let them make that decision. Bring them on the party. If they want to join, have fun. This is a good distraction. Away from all the mess. So if anything, they can have fun and check out some new recipes and whatnot, and leave it up to them if they want to order. They're not pressured to order, you know.
That's
so I've been saying it that way, and they're like, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah. Well, and you know, the point I was really trying to make is that we don't know until we ask.
Right.
We don't know until we ask. And to persist beyond no is pushy, okay? But why would we rob someone of the opportunity to have a little fun and to be able to provide some fun for their for their friends and family? And that's what having a pepper chuck party is all about.
And Karen, I've been so surprised at the response I'm getting from a lot of the guests on my parties. I too I've got a party right now that's about $1,200. I've got another one that's at $500. And from all of my parties, though, when I send a message to my guests thanking them, I get a response back, and I'm getting more responses back this time, I guess, because people are more available, and they are saying, "Thank you so much. I'm having so much fun. It's such a great distraction from what's going on in the world." And so they're enjoying it. I'm getting really good comments.
Yeah, I think that is what's really kind of cool. Like I mentioned today, I posted the one from Sherry. You're going to get one every day, and I hope that you will take one idea. I mean, and please understand that I don't care if you use my idea. I don't care if you use an idea I posted. Use somebody's idea. You know, try something. Really be on the lookout to find things that you feel that you can work with. And I'm going to also encourage you, because some people will say, well, I tried. Well, I want to know how you tried. You know, did you try green dotting's 10 friends? If that wording that you used didn't work, did you tweak it and try something else? Or did you just think, I tried? Okay. Sometimes changing your tack, changing, if you're getting excited about a recipe, talk with them about that. I just tried this new recipe. I would really love to share it with your friends. If you're going live, and you really should be going live a couple of times a week, if not, if you're comfortable with it daily, that's really important. You all know too about our kit, our extra kit this month for $19.80, and especially for virtual consultants. Perfect time for this. A lot of people are worried how they're going to make some money. This doesn't, they can make money for the next month. You doing Pampered Chef, they don't have to marry it like I did. Mm-hmm. But that's an opportunity that's available to them. Well, when you're doing your live parties, have you realized that this is kind of cute, because I've always said that, you could write off your groceries when you're testing Pampered Chef recipes. Now, when we were doing live parties, I wouldn't make the banana split brownie pizza every night and write it off. I could try it once as a test and write it off, but from that point on, it's not really a test anymore, right? But if I'm making banana split brownie pizza every night for my live parties, my live demo, it's a write-off. Mm-hmm. How many of your customers know that we get to write off our groceries? No. So when they've spent hours trying to find groceries these days, we can't write off toilet paper, but mention, maybe we can find a way. I don't know. Casually mention and sprinkle in your live demos or your live talks the benefits of your Pampered Chef business. Talking about your Pampered Chef business and enticing people to join our team is not always just saying, have you ever thought about doing Pampered Chef? Okay, there's a lot of other steps you can do to sprinkle the benefits throughout your talking, throughout your demonstration. I'm so happy I get to be home today. I'm so happy that I have these great utensils. And I don't know if you noticed in Sherry's talk today, she talked about how maybe she can't find peanut butter at the store, but she can probably find peanuts. So now she can make peanut butter, and not have to worry about buying peanut butter, Same with jam or whatever. So we have these wonderful tools that we have at our disposal as Pampered Chef consultants, and we're well equipped for, times like this. So when we talk about objections, I want you to remember a method of communication called, I know how you feel, I felt that way too, or I know someone who felt that way too, and this is what either I did to overcome it or what they did to overcome it. All right. So whatever somebody is feeling, have empathy for that. Sometimes I know that I don't feel like I ever learned to acknowledge someone's feelings before in terms of communication. If someone would say to me, I couldn't do what you do, I used to say something like, well, if you could open up a can of crescent rolls, you can do my job, Well, what happened was that was a cute flip maybe answer, but it really didn't acknowledge their feelings. All right. So, I know how you feel. I felt that way too, until I found that opening up a can of crescent rolls was the hardest part of my job. So I'm going to encourage you to use that understanding and listen to them. So what do you think are some of the biggest objections right now that people aren't maybe booking a party?
They say they won't have any friends come.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you.
They said they won't have any friends come.
Okay. All right. Well, I totally understand. What's going on right now is really definitely challenging, but I have an idea. You and your friends don't have to get together physically. We can do the virtual party, and they're probably out buying things anyway. In fact, I did hear someone say today, I got to get away from this Amazon stuff. I'm spending too much money on the computer. This way, we give them the opportunity to buy quality products, number one, and also to earn them for free. So share that, maybe share that story with them. it's from the comfort of your couch and laptop, as opposed to, of course, to getting together either live. What's another challenge you might have?
Karen, I had one of my team members call me tonight, as a matter of fact, and she said, her party's at $49, and her daughter's actually giving it, and she works at the hospital. And she said, people are just scared to spend money. They're not working. I said, okay. I said, I'm still working. I'm still going to work every day. I said, your husband is still working. He's still going to work every day. I said, everybody is not working, like everybody's just assuming. I said, there are people that are bored and on the computer, and they're spending money left and right. I said, don't assume that. And so then I went through some of the things that we would go through if we weren't going through this crisis right now. I said, because her daughter's giving the party. I said, when is payday? Well, the party's supposed to have ended yesterday, but payday's not till Friday. I said, okay. First of all, we need to extend the party till Friday. So a lot of times everybody's blaming it on what's going on right now, because sometimes it's just an easy out, and I'm like, let's don't even think about what all is going on. I said, and I told her, I said, so yeah, we may have some $100 parties. I said, so that means we need to do 6 instead of 3, and because I do believe that there's a lot of people that are salary and that this is not affecting them. I think you have to know your audience. I've got one party going on right now that I know are a lot of hourly people in it. And I know that they struggle anyway with working. So I'm pushing, you can have a payday, on April 7th. I can make you earn money right now. All it will cost you is $19.80. So I think what you've always said of knowing your audience really, really applies to all of this in times that we're in right now. But I think so many people are just using this as an easy excuse to not keep pushing. Does that, sound?
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. And are you referring to hosts, or you're referring to consultants?
Both.
Okay. Well, consultants, it really depends on, I love to ask them, on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you to making your business work? How committed are you to being successful? And would you like some suggestions, which is why I'm doing what we're doing tonight, on how to get around it? And, because I was talking with someone today, and suggested they do the St. Patty's Day envelope game, and all of a sudden they're getting bookings.
Right.
So, and if, again, if somebody doesn't want to do the work, fine, I understand, don't. But if you do, there are ideas out there. And if you generally are enthusiastic about, trying, it can turn things around in 4 hours, which just happened today.
Right.
And, I private messenger, I said, can I say it? Can I say I told you so? I just was kidding them, I'm like, come on. But when it comes to guests, and one of the things I want to bring out is the great news is that 70% of our products are less than $30. We have an entire $10 and under section, and we have a great outlet for which a lot of just can shop. And it was available before this, this happened, and it's available now. So people, are eating more, and they're cooking more than ever in their homes. And when we do our virtual parties, we can really cater to that, and, really make it, it's really not about the sales. And it never has been about the sales. It's about helping people and coming at people from a point of service. Okay. Thanks a lot, Pam. Anyone else? What else? Do you have any hosts worrying about their finances? Usually, if someone is worried about the host worrying about her finances, it's for live parties. And I can understand. Of course, some people not wanting to do live parties. Jill Lerner posted, and it is a video that will come up in the next few days. that she hosted an air fryer party at her home. She had 5 people turn out, and she had a fabulous party with it. And now if you're comfortable having people in your home, or if you're comfortable getting together with people who feel that they're healthy, you know, and doing, you know, parties of not more than 10 people, that's still an option. And I'm going to tell you what, in about a week, people are going to be getting stir crazy. You think so?
Yes.
People are going to be getting stir, not me.
I know I will be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you know, so, I mean, so again, it's the feel, felt, found, and you have experiences from different avenues that you can share. You know, I know that this, you know, I know that some of my friends are getting stir crazy. Let's talk about, you know, would you like to hear about how we made it work for them? And, you know, ask permission to give suggestions. You don't want to get yourself into a position where you're being reactive, because that sounds argumentative. You want to be in a proactive manner with people, giving them suggestions before they have a chance to object to what you've said, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think about people who have kids at home. You know, especially our consultants are, you know, trying to work their business alongside kids that they don't always have on hand. But that's what's great about this. It's so flexible. I mean, that's what's great, that you still can do your business. And I think that your kids, I know depending on age, and I don't have kids, and I can only learn from those of you who do, but they need to learn that there's a time and a place for everything. And there are some times that mom has to work. And if you want to go to McDonald's happy place when you can, when the quarantine is over, you need their cooperation to do that. And who has kids that can give suggestions for that?
What I've been doing with Logan is just giving him work and telling him what to do, and I'll come in here and I'll say, well, just tell me when you're done, and I'll come out and check it out. So, I mean, it's a lot of me going back and forth, for sure. I'm used to sitting in here for a couple of hours, you know, in the afternoon with nobody here. And now I have the grandbaby too, so I have both of them. So when
you have a unique situation.
Yeah. When Tanner's sleeping, then Logan and I will do homework, but then I got to work too. So I try to focus on him more, like, okay, he has to get this done, you know. I mean, it is what it is. I can do my work.
Schoolwork at home? Is he doing schoolwork at home?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to go get a packet the other day, so she wrote in there, like, she gave him just things of math to do and reading and whatnot. So he has things to do each day, and then he has to get on my computer to log in to a program, and that kind of gives his attendance for the day. So there's online things that he can do too, but you know, I just kind of realized, you know, he's got to get this done during the day, and whatever I don't get done, I can do in the evening. You know, our things that we do is not life or death. You know, if we don't message our host, you know, right now, okay, we can do it in an hour or two. You know, they're not gonna go away, or you know, just whatever it is. It's not life or death. So
Not time sensitive. You can do it.
Yeah.
It's not optional, but it's certainly flexible.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Right. You have to do it. You have to set up that party. You got a host coach, but if you have other things that are going on that you really can't help out, like with the kids at home, I mean, you just got to do what you can.
I love that he's got his work to do and you have your work to do. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a great correlation.
Mm-hmm.
What about anyone else? Anyone else have that challenge? Kids at home? I'm trying to think of some other challenges that might come up. I'm going to encourage you. I mean, if you have not done a game, you know, on your Facebook page with everyone, you know, do the envelope game, you know, or do that if you haven't done I love, if you love Pampered Chef, pick a number between 1 and 20. If you need help with that, let us know. There are other games out there that I can't think off the top of my head. Lori, can you think of any?
You can do like the brownie challenge, or like the pasta maker challenge, or the popcorn maker challenge. I will say though that I just did a drawing for our envelopes that we did yesterday for the St. Patrick's Day on the organization. We booked 25 parties as an organization.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just gave away $50.
That's
That's
great.
I was going to do $5 a party. I'm glad I didn't do that.
I didn't even put a prize out there, Lori. Did anybody notice?
Oh my goodness, Karen.
Doesn't mean there may not be one, but no. But yeah, I mean, I noticed that as of today we have 11, and we're going till Saturday. So, you know that, and I think we have 4 recruit leads and 2 new recruits. So, I that's really exciting. But the whole point is that there are so many things out there to try. And so there's really, I'm just going to say that, I mean, there's really no excuse to not try. And if it's not working, you need help and you need some tweaking. Gosh, you guys, that's what we're here for. We want to help you. You're here because you want to be successful. So I want to be here to help you if you get into a tangle, and be there to help somebody else. I mean, you can be there to help other people with your experience too. And because I love hearing everyone else's ideas. Anything else that you'd like to share before we finish? I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Karen, I think one important thing is just remember we need to take care of our own attitude, because sometimes our attitude affects what our hosts think and what our guests would think. But you've got to be positive, and you've got to look at the bright side of everything. And that sometimes is difficult, but just think about, just be grateful. Be grateful that you are healthy and you're where you are, and just remember to be positive. And that will spill over into whether you're talking to someone face to face or if you're messaging, whatever, it comes through. And so just remember to be positive. I think that's the key to having success, especially during a time like this. You got to keep smiling.
I agree. And we have so much to smile about.
Oh,
We do.
to be thankful for.
Absolutely.
We have so much to be thankful for.
We do.
And even if you feel like your business is in the toilet with no toilet paper, that's
That's a problem.
Think about all the people out there who don't have the courage to try. Just think about that. And to me, that's the saddest thing.
And really, I think this is a great time, and y'all tell me if you agree, that we can really, really show the kind of people we are and what our business is about by sharing quick and easy recipes and not just worrying about so much on selling.
Well said.
That's it, Pam.
That's what we are. Yeah.
And that's, what I shared with 2 people today. I said, don't worry about it. Let's show them who we really are.
Mm-hmm. And remember, some will, some won't. So what? Who's waiting? Who's
right.
Who's next?
Right.
Who's next? And
who's next?
And I don't mean that to sound flip, but it's just self-preserving. And you can absolutely get through this. And be that blessing. Go on a couple of times. Not everything you do on your Facebook page is Pampered Chef related. If you're going to do, again, I think 20% of your whatever you post, no more than 20% should be business related. I go a little bit over that. Everybody knows I pretty much live, eat, and drink Pampered Chef. My friends, everybody. So they expect that a little bit more out of me. But think of something fun you can share. Watch what other people are doing. If it looks like fun, it looks sunshiny, share it. You can always take a photo and make it your own. You can go into Canva and make it your own, and just share that, and that's going to go a long way. But I really appreciate your taking the time to be on here tonight. I hope, again, you'll watch what's going on in JOPAC, especially the videos I'm going to post every day at 10 o'clock from an executive or above who are sharing ideas. And, you know, many of these, like Barbara Duke has 31 years experience in this business. So, you know, I'm sure you'll be able to get one tidbit out of each one of those videos that will give you some inspiration for the day, okay? And I want you to comment, and I want you to tell me what you're trying, all right? Promise?
Absolutely.
We're going to end up with a great month. Sochi, did you want to say anything, hon?
I was going to say that it's nothing really other than what was already been said, but staying positive is so important. I had one of my recruits back out of joining us this month, and I for a hot second I got sad about her saying no, but then she really didn't say no. It was an immediate check. She said, "Can I wait?" And I said, "Wait a minute." She didn't say no. She said, "Not right now." So I still have one.
That's it.
Exactly.
It's all in how you look at it. It's all in
And
how
you know
look
what?
at it.
Even if they say no, you don't know
Yes.
what's going to happen by next week. They could change their mind next week. They might change their mind in 2 years. But
Yeah.
great job. That I love hearing that, Sochi. All right, you guys. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank
And
you.
if you
Thank
want
you,
to, if you
Karen.
want to be on our Moving On Up call, we're going to be meeting again.
Thanks.
at
Bye,
20
ladies.
Karen.
See you
Yeah.
soon.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.